the Watcher. "Let us look upon this head," his prince commanded. Arya-Hotah ran his hand along the smooth shaft of his long axe, his ash and iron wife, all the while watching. He watched the White Knight, Sir Balon Swan, and the others who had come with him. He watched the Sand Snakes, each at a different table. He watched the lords and ladies, the serving men, the old blind seneschal, and the young maester, Miles, with his silky beard and servile smile. Standing half in light and half in shadow, he saw all of them. Serve, protect, obey. That was his task. All the rest had eyes only for the chest. It was carved of ebony, with silver clasps and hinges. A fine-looking box, no doubt, but many of those assembled here in the old palace of Sunspear might soon be dead, depending on what was in that chest. His slippers whispering against the floor, Maester Calliot crossed the hall to Sir Balon Swan. The round little man looked splendid in his new robes, with their broad bands of dun and butternut and narrow stripes of red. Bowing, he took the chest from the hands of the White Knight and carried it to the dais, where Doran Martell sat in his rolling chair between his daughter Arianne and his dead brother's beloved paramour, Elaria. 100 scented candles perfumed the air. Gemstones glittered on the fingers of the lords and the girdles and hairnets of the ladies. Arya-Hotah had polished his shirt of copper scales mirror bright, so he would blaze in the candlelight as well. A hush had fallen across the hall. Dawn holds its breath. Maester Calliot set the box on the floor beside Prince Doran's chair. The Maester's fingers, normally so sure and deft, turned clumsy as he worked the latch and opened the lid to reveal the skull within. Hotah heard someone clear his throat. One of the Fowler twins whispered something to the other. Ilaria Sand had closed her eyes and was murmuring a prayer. Sir Balon Swan was taut as a drawn bow, the captain of guards observed. This new White Knight was not so tall nor comely as the old one, but he was bigger across the chest, burlier, his arms thick with muscle. His snowy cloak was clasped at the throat by 2 swans on a silver brooch. One was ivory, the other onyx, and it seemed to Arya-Hotah as if the 2 of them were fighting. The man who wore them looked a fighter too. "This one will not die so easy as the other. He will not charge into my axe the way Sir Ares did. He will stand behind his shield and make me come at him." If it came to that, Hotah would be ready. His long axe was sharp enough to shave with. He allowed himself a brief glance at the chest. The skull rested on a bed of black felt, grinning. All skulls grinned, but this one seemed happier than most. And bigger. The captain of guards had never seen a larger skull. Its brow shelf was...
Bing! And here we go. Time for the VOD. That was Roy Treese with A Dance with Dragons. Chapter 39, The Watcher. I'll just change my name back to Sensuki.tv. So this is... I'm not actually sure what to call this, but this is Sensuki in Motion bringing you Fets versus Carnage in the Cybergamer 2011 draft for the CG Leagues, Season 6 and Season 2 of CGA. Good evening, Motion. How are you doing?
I'm good, man, and I think we should probably call it Brutal Truth Casting.
Yes, Brutal Truth Casting. That is actually a really good name because I'm not really happy with the probably. What would you call it? The other casters are quite weak when going for, say, substance, so they don't really say what they think. So we're just going to.
They like to sugarcoat it a little bit.
Yeah, they do. They like to sugarcoat the casting a little bit, give everybody a fair go. We're going to just tell you the absolute brutal truth about what's going on in the match. If someone's doing terrible, we're going to tell them.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we've got We're playing on the new backlot map, which is, backlot was included in the source code for the mapping tools in COD 4, and someone has not gone along and made a nice little fix, taken out all the lights inside bottom A and fixed up a couple of the glitches, and also fixed up the frame rates, which is quite good for people with shit computers. So that was released a couple of weeks ago, and we just had version 4 fixed a couple of nights ago by the mappers who had the attack and defense around the wrong way. So we're just waiting on one of the Carnage people to reconnect. I'm assuming that's that John person. I'm not sure who that is actually. So do you end up having? Can you end up GUIDing that person forming motion when he rejoins?
Yep.
Alright, no problem. So you reckon
Yeah,
I'm
and you're
cutting
cutting
out
out
a
a
bit of the screen?
tiny, tiny bit.
Alright, I'll move my microphone closer.
It's just here.
Like that. Okay, so John is rejoining. Tonight we have Fets, and I'm not really familiar with that team. We've got beavz, who is an old school player from COD 2. We have Dragon, we have MADCRAB, we have moonunit, and we have kANNE or kANNE. I think it's probably kANNE. For Carnage, we have Class, Knight, Deviant, OMEN, and John. I'm not quite sure who John is. We're going to try and find that out. I'll probably just ask him.
I'm just doing it.
xerez. So that guy was in Elixir for
You just made a new move.
last season, did he now? There we go. So we'll be readying up in a
full
second.
of really bad unscope.
We have a lot of players actually. Was that the guy that did the triple unscope on Crash recently, or was it someone else?
No, that was someone else.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of these, I think Fets won CGO this season, and Carnage were in CGA, they came second last season, so Carnage were ranked higher than Fets in the draft, and they were the underdogs going into the game, Fets will be. I know that that Dragon guy is quite a spastic SMG rusher. I watched his demo on Crash because one of the teams thought he was cheating. He was just doing a Josh and rushing up mid with the SMG and getting 3 people pretty much every time.
Well, I'm looking forward to it then.
Alright, so...
Him versus Omen.
Now, in the State of Origin last night, the New Zealand team ended up getting on the backlot roof with the knives, but somehow they managed to lose it.
Yeah. Some very nice knifing from Samson, some mid-air knife to end the round.
Yeah,
brilliant work.
That was hilarious. As we're just going into the knife now, it looks like it's happening in the backlot area of backlot. We've got kANNE getting taken out by Deviant, who just knifed him through the tin fence below him, so he probably cut his balls off.
Ridiculous knife.
We have moonunit, MADCRAB, and Dragon taking down one of the Carnage players, xerez onto beavz, and the last player, well, in the middle there, xerez, gets taken down by moonunit. Looks like it's all on Knight. Let's see what he can do.
3v1 with knife.
He misses 2 lunges, and he's going to have to retreat and try and come in and beat these 3 players who are zerging him completely. He misses a 3rd shot. He takes one down, and now he manages to regain some ground. He's got a player coming in on him. Oh, he misses the critical shot, and Dragon takes him down. So Fets win the knife round, and they get to pick the side. So what do you think is the better side to pick on this map, Motion?
I prefer starting on D, but I can see I kind of like attack as well. I don't know. I don't know. It just depends who you're playing. I think.
Yeah, I guess
sometimes I think you're a lot better bringing it back on defense if you have a bad attack side.
Yeah, it really depends what kind of team you are. If you're archaic, you probably want to defend first, because us being terrible at fucking defense, we get that out of the way first and then come home on attack. But with some other teams who have terrible attacks, you'd probably want to get that out of the way, because you really want your strongest half to be the one you come home on. Kind of like when you're picking, like when you do the coin toss for football, you want to come get like the way that has the win in the last quarter.
This is true as well.
Yeah. So it is.
But yeah, I guess for us, we definitely need to start D.
Yeah.
And again, I think a lot of teams are confident with their attack. I guess it depends how confident you are on either side of the map.
Yeah, because this used to be quite a defensive map back in the day, but I would actually go a bit out on a leash here and say that Backlot's more of an attacking map now.
Yeah, it has swung a little bit.
Yeah, because people have learned how to dodge the nades in L-bend now. So, and not really too many people are throwing grenades on the B side of the map. You usually see one of that grey car that Kane's looking at. Sorry, the yellow car, which I'm going to be calling graphics car, because in Alienware, graphic pretty much pushed up to that car every round for SQL and managed to do nothing.
Yeah. Managed to lose us the game, basically. Jokes, I love you, Graph. It was pretty bad, bro.
So, we're going to have Nightfall sniping for Carnage, and I'm probably going to be watching him every now and again on attack, because he's quite good at getting some picks, and I'm just going to alt-tab here for a second, so just excuse me.
Yeah, I might go with one of the SMG rushes. I think that might probably be OMEN. I know he does fancy himself a bit of spastic rush.
I'm just getting X-Fire's one. Yeah, Asterix has not changed all of the servers to knife mode, so I'm just going to get Hectic to fix that up. And I'm just going to go offline on X-Fire so that I don't get that interruption once again.
So, who do you think is going to take this, and what do you think the score will be?
I think Carnage is probably going to take it maybe 16-10, 16-11, with, I reckon Nightfall and OMEN will probably be the top scoring players for them. I don't really know deviant class and xerez that well. I would have to say that compared to the old players that they had, they're probably a bit under par to the old Carnage that I know that had like
the old Carnage, yeah.
You know, all those spastic randoms that are in the team. I think did they end up losing a couple of people? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they've lost a couple. I think Pistol is supposed to be in this team as well, but he doesn't appear to be playing right now.
Yeah, he's not. He might be in their core 5, I'm not sure. I did actually see him posting in the match details beforehand, so kind of like he would have been playing, but maybe they subbed him out or something. He might have been a reserve player, and then they've said, "Oh, sorry, our business on now."
Yes, true.
I'll
probably go well. Carnage 16-8, 16-9, I think, so similar score.
So once Deviant stops lagging, we'll get this underway. I probably shouldn't have run the VOD quite so early, but that usually happens. And we have for defense we have Fets. For attack we have Carnage. Who's going to be sniping for Fets? I just can't find who's got the gun.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I assume beavz.
Yeah. beavz was the sniper for a couple of teams back in the day. Yes, beavz going to be sniping for Fets. So I'm going to roll out with Nightfall at the start.
I'm going to check OMEN.
I don't actually...
Pretty average spawn, actually.
Yeah, I don't actually have my Shoutcaster bind set up, so Knight's going to do the jump onto the little pole there to try and pick someone jumping into back 8. There's no smoke, the defending team on the cross. Nightfall doesn't quite hit the first shot. So he gets the second one though, and kANNE gets taken down. Deviant gets taken down in bottom A by... Sorry, Deviant takes down Dragon in bottom A, and that's quickly 2 players on the defense down for Fets.
OMEN's on top of mid-roof, spamming the shit out of Rook.
Yeah, we just see a couple of players die there. MADCRAB, that's now a 2 versus 4 in favour of Carnage. They're playing it quite slow. They're sort of picking... beavz jumps up on the trick jump, takes down OMEN as MADCRAB takes down xerez, and bringing it back to a 2 versus 2. And the bomb is down.
Putting down the plant right now. So...
it's probably a good idea for Deviant to go up to top A, but he's just got to be a bit careful, because I think he's been locked in by beavz. So Class takes down MadFrag with the 74U. Class is... the last player left alive is beavz, so I'm going to roll out with him. Do you reckon he's got any chance of clutching this motion?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't think so.
He's in trouble at the moment.
20 seconds, 1 in mid, 1 in...
There we go. He gets taken down. And the first round goes...
a bit too slow on the rotate from beavz.
Yeah, he was kind of doing a stace there and staying up in the ruins a bit too long. So you don't want to really be doing that. So I'm just going to roll out with OMEN this round. So OMEN looks like he's going to jump on the car and throw a tin block nade from that yellow car. Doesn't quite pick up a frag, but I think MADCRAB might have took the business end of that grenade and just got tagged there. So OMEN's going to go to the roof at the start. So nice push there by kANNE out the front A.
Deviant onto Dragon. Dragon's actually managed to push out towards L-bend. He's actually sitting in bricks right now and they don't know.
Oh, kANNE's right next to him. kANNE takes him down and takes Knight down coming into the A bomb site. And we have a man-up advantage for Fets at the moment. But that's quickly changed to an even Steven 2 versus 2 by deviant, who kills a player from top 8.
So we've got kANNE still sitting in basement protecting A, and beavz sitting on B street. He spotted one top, but he's lost him actually.
Deviant takes down kANNE at A, and the last player left alive for Fets is beavz once again. And he's now in mid. He sees the person just on the left of the bomb, and he's got a person behind him though in the mid building, but that Zilla guy is not quite looking into mid. So beavz now knows that, that the plant's going down. He tags the guy and forces him to fake, but he's in trouble. He gets seen by the guy in mid and gets killed by him. That was a bit unlucky there. A bit more patience, could have had that round. Yeah, what he should have done is probably try and maybe ninja into the bomb site.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to roll out with Knight once again with his sniper. He misses the first shot on the guy, and they've got their smoke's kind of in the right spot at the moment, so you can't see the second guy cross. Early kill there from Dragon.
Yeah, some pretty solid rollout nades from Fets. Deviant did manage to get past, but he just wasn't quick enough on the trigger. Dragon onto OMEN again. OMEN just runs straight past.
Yeah, taken down by Class in bottom A, and there is a Knight just coming out into A with sort of in the L-bend area with the bomb. He's throwing a nade over the back A. Just going to see whether that hits kANNE. No, it's too deep. And Zilla takes down moonunit. Zilla's pushed all the way up to the B dumpster, and that's a good thing to do on attack if there's not a player sitting sort of around the MG area. You can sort of afford to push up and pick the players in mid and A. This Class takes down MADCRAB from side A. He gets tagged from Steel, and kANNE takes him down. Knight's getting the plant down. Knight almost gets taken down by kANNE from through the wall. And it is now it's now another 2 versus 2. Zilla takes down beavz, and kANNE is in trouble here. He gets taken down through the wall by Zilla. Nice play by him early on, sitting on 5 for 1. And that's a 3-0 lead to Carnage on attack. So what do you reckon Fets can do here to sort of survive these rounds? Because they're getting a player dropped off early, pretty much every round so far. Yeah.
Just need a little bit more patience, I think. They're playing very aggressive, and Carnage getting into pretty good spots and just waiting them out.
Oh, nice shot there by Knight as Zilla nades out moonunit. And we're just seeing OMEN's managed to push all his way up to tin, so he's probably going to come out here and cause some damage on those B players. Just taking his time. Can't see anyone on the road.
He's seen him ruin.
He's just going to kill that guy in low B. There we go, he takes down beavz. And he's got a player just under the mid building, so if he comes around to the right, here's him moving towards the dumpster area. MADCRAB takes down deviant. And it is now a 2 versus 3. Fets still with a player down though at this point in the game. They've always seemed to be on the disadvantage, as I just missed kANNE getting a frag from the basement, or was that from Wooden?
He jumped off on the ladder and picked those into mid.
MADCRAB nearly getting picked from the guy in mid building there. OMEN coming around behind MADCRAB and taking him down, and it's all up to kANNE once again, doing a silent climb up the ladder in Wooden, just to try and jump. He's probably going to... Oh no, that's nice. He's standing on the ladder.
I think
Zilla's looking right at him and nearly kills him through the wall. kANNE's going to have to drop to the... He's sitting there in the Wooden.
So they're going to run at B right now.
Yeah, it's alright.
kANNE just better has to rotate very quickly.
OMEN's about halfway there.
Time.
Yeah, kANNE's in trouble. He's got the guy in mid building. He manages to get across, and OMEN is just going to the bomb now. He's playing at the front left corner, so if kANNE could pick him, kANNE throws a flash over. OMEN's going to get killed in a second. Now it's all up to Zilla to stop the plant. Sorry, to stop the guy from crossing
Zilla's on B road, watching cross the bomb.
Now the other guy's got an SMG, so he's kind of out. Doesn't really have the right gun to be able to pick Zilla, so he crosses to the bomb. Now he's going to force Zilla to push him. He needs to fake. Oh, kANNE's wasting some valuable bullets there. He takes him out from behind the car, and it's going to be the first round on the board to Fets. Great work there by kANNE. I think...
Very well played from kANNE.
Explosives defused.
Kind of a bit hasty play by... I think it was... Who was the other player? Was it Zilla from behind the car?
Yeah,
Yeah, he really needed to sort of, because obviously the guy was going to fake first. He really just needed to sort of maybe wait for the fake and then try and push in a bit later.
Yeah, he didn't give himself enough time on the fake. He just fell into the fake.
kANNE takes down Zilla. OMEN on kANNE, just over on the B side of the map here. Deviant pushing into A, gets taken down by moonunit. We've got OMEN sort of sitting in the middle building. OMEN usually plays SMG, but today he's playing AK. Let's see. Dragon taking down.
Dragon pushing front A, taking out Knight. beavz has spotted OMEN on the roof. He's on B side.
he's just coming down in now into the middle ruins as Dragon takes down a player just as I change off him. So Dragon controlling that bottom A area nicely in this round. I think he's picked himself up 2 kills. Now they know that there's a player in mid building. I think moonunit he saw a teammate player just walking there. Omen's now pushing through the mid building. He's the last one left. The bomb is at spawn, but Omen is in the mid connector. He sees the player in mid building, gets taken down by moonunit. I don't really know what Omen's game plan was to try and retake the bomb there.
Nah.
I think a lot of players...
He was trying to bait some people out with the Dutch Pride smoke,
yeah,
but they didn't fall for it. They're in a really good spot.
I think a lot of players' problems with clutching is that, especially on attack, they leave the bomb at spawn. I don't know, Miller's probably one of the players that does this. They don't actually go and try and retrieve the bomb straight away.
Deviant who's pushed in.
He's got
taken out 1 in mid, taken out 1 in A.
And Omen getting a kill there from the top landslide, but beavz takes him down with the scope. And now the last player left alive on the defense is beavz once again. That's 3 rounds that he's been the last person left alive. And you usually find that with the sniper. If it's being a hard sort of mid-A, the sniper at B isn't always as useful as you think. That's why a lot of the CGI teams don't end up running a scope on Fets.
Explosives planted.
Yeah, he's been copying a lot of pressure B-side from Omen as well, so he's been very passive in the way he's playing.
Yeah, so at the moment we've got Zilla topping for Carnage on 8 for 3 and kANNE on 8 for 5. It's 4-2 for Carnage at the moment, and they're getting a comfortable lead on attack so far. Omen getting... Was that a mid-nade there as Knight takes down Dragon through the wall? He's got Deviant sitting in the L-bend there.
MADCRAB playing bricks with AK.
Yeah,
taken out by Class though, picked around to a...
Yeah, he really needed to sort of get like, if he was going to peak, he really needed to sort of push out a bit earlier to try and get there before the attacking team, so that he's got the advantage, and he catches them sprinting into position. beavz is taking a bit of
probably not the greatest
there.
spot to push with an AK either.
Yeah, you really need an SMG in that spot if you're going to play bricks, because Knight just gets a random nade there. The Carnage plays onto the A-bomb. Knight's planning on the left side of the bomb, and he's just going to get that plant down. Once again, beavz having little to no impact. He gets a nade kill in mid, bringing it down to a 2 vs 2.
Nade brick.
Yeah, Zilla takes him out from the mid building. That's really been...
Oh, fantastic.
I missed that one, unfortunately. I think the reason that Carnage are winning at the moment is because of their control of mid building. Zilla's having free run of that mid area, just getting the picks, and it's making it really hard for Fets to sort of do anything. This round they've got 3 players going A. We're just seeing a couple of players from Carnage getting stuck there around L-bend there. Dragon takes out one, kANNE on another, and kANNE got his frag from the B side of the map, and we've just got 2 players sitting here right next to the L-bend. Class is now crossing. I think he's just lagged out in the middle of bricks. That's very unlucky.
Yeah, he's CI'd.
Yeah, so this is going to probably be a round to Fets unless Nightfall can pull some bullshit here with the scope. He just misses the player on top A, misses the second shot as well. He is in trouble. It's 1 vs 5 here. I think he's going to get sprint jumped around the corner.
1v5 stuck with bomb in L-bend. Getting pushed on from B side as
if there is anyone in this team that can do this, it probably is Knight. So I would say that he should have been in the State of Origin team for Queensland, but Nick decided not to pick him. And there we go, he gets taken out by beavz from bottom A, and that's a 3rd round to Fets, but I think we're going to be having a timeout here.
Yeah, I think Fets really need to decide whether they're playing aggressive or defensive right now, because half the team's really aggro and then the rest of the team's sitting back not covering them, so it's really opening up a lot of holes. Yeah,
and I don't really think that beavz having too much impact on the game at the moment. Like, he's 6 for 6, but like the rounds that they won really haven't been from his play. He's got a lot of Buxy kills, like from
a couple of Buxy frag.
Yeah. So we're just gonna wait on who is it who lagged out? Is it Class?
It's Class.
Yeah. Class from Surefire getting absorbed into the Carnage team after their demise in CGA or whatever it was.
Oh, he's reconnecting now.
Yeah, so far, Carnage basically sitting around controlling the mid building, which is a strategy that has been adopted. Probably I'd say that the fathers of this strategy were DragNNNN, also known as Sequential Gaming or Team Chimera. sticking 2 AK players in mid and controlling from the mid building, but I think the thing that Carnage aren't doing is they're not really hitting A hard enough with their SMGs. They're sort of getting stuck at L-bend a lot, whereas you'll see Chimera push 2 SMGs in there very fast and really just dominate that A building.
Yeah. As well, then the SMGs are actually getting in, like getting into bricks and getting into front A, but they're really passive once they get into the side.
Yeah, you really have to take
Whereas
top
if
A
they
and
just
push it, like take advantage of that SMG because it is overpowered at like at close range.
You know, don't be scared to deagle at range as well.
Like you see Josh get up on top A, he'll get 2 or 3 kills every time he gets up there. So we're just waiting on
I think for
MADCRAB.
beavz scoping right now, he's being controlled from mid a lot, but if he tried to forcefully like get up to top mid or top ruin, he'd probably be fine because OMEN's sitting in the same spot every round. So it'd be very easy for him to take out OMEN.
Yeah, he really needs to try and get some entry frags as well. Like on defense, if you're going to run a scope, you really need to try and you can control a mid building window. That's fine, shooting the player going up the stairs. But it would be good if you could get an entry frag. Say go up in a tin at the start of the round and pick one of the guys in L-bend or something like that. You know, just try and do some damage at the start for your team.
Yeah, he's been managing to get on the ruins glitch that overlooks the L-bend cross, but not really hitting anyone from.
Yeah, so I'm just going to roll out the beavz this round to see what he's doing. So he's throwing a nade to the front of MG, which is kind of a waste because not many people actually push there at the start. We're just seeing kANNE and Dragon getting a couple of frags. So beavz dropped the scope and he's going at AK now. So that's probably a good idea. OMEN's picked up the SMG. He gets taken out by moonunit though from the tractor. And we're seeing a nice round from Fets. They've really got control of this one. And kANNE gets taken out by Knight. moonunit takes down Class. And it's all up to Knight again. He takes another one down with the scope. Doesn't see the player in bottom A. Oh my god! Nice shot! Oh! That was bold! He gets a big flick shot.
But he misses the guy.
That was nice that I caught that one. So yeah, that's
wow, that was actually a ridiculous shot.
Yeah, no, Knight's quite a good scope. He just, I don't know. If only he had sort of late round game smarts. He's really got the ability to get those frags. He just, like once he got that kill on the guy front A, he really didn't sort of have to peek. He could have like ninja'd around a little bit because the round was sort of back into his favour.
Well, we see kANNE open up the round with a double nade kill, like.
Yeah.
beavz being dropped on B. OMEN's on top mid, taking heavy fire.
So Zilla's pushed up low B here for the attacking team, and he's secured the B bomb site. So I'm guessing that Knight's going to be coming around with the B bomb. Yeah, there we go. Coming around to plan B. OMEN's getting heavily tagged from A, but I don't think Fets have any players over at the B bomb side of the map. They've got moonunit. moonunit gets taken down by Zilla, and the bomb goes down to B. So Fets are in trouble here. It's nice by MADCRAB.
Takes out OMEN on the roof.
That was a bit undisciplined there by OMEN, trying to peek and get the frag when he really needed to stay alive. But
yeah.
Or Dragon, he takes down Zilla, so that was Zilla really can't.
Very quick flame.
It was probably Knight's fault that Zilla got killed then because he wasn't covering him. So now Knight's got to try and 1v2 with the SMG. I'm pretty sure he's got a sniper as well, but he's in a good position to defend the bomb. So he just hears a plane coming up the stairs, takes him down, and now it's all up to MADCRAB. I think Knight's going to win this one. So he's got the positional advantage. There we go. Takes him down. Good disciplined play there by Knight. And keeps them in it. That's a 6 round to Carnage.
6-4 to Carnage.
Yeah. So far you would see a typical sort of scoreline for Backlot at the moment. The better team 2 rounds up on attack. No, nothing too drastic.
Slightly disappointing for Fets at the moment though, because they could have won a couple more rounds, but they've just been throwing away with some pretty just non-disciplined play.
Yeah, like I think it was probably a bit hasty for the person rushing top ruins then to die to Knight, and they really sort of left his teammate on bomb alone as kANNE gets a nice frag there from top MG on OMEN. And he also takes down Knight, and that was really good work from him. And I think he ended up picking up 3 people, rushing up low B with the SMG, picking up the AK-47 and getting 2 picks from top MG building. So it's really good work by him, and he's currently dominating this match for his team on 16 and 8.
Yeah, Dragon on 7 is the next player. So.
Yeah, so it's just a one-man army at the moment for Fets.
Double nade from kANNE as he rushes up B side.
going to follow him this round. He's already up at the MG building, and this is exactly what he did last time. So he's going to probably kill this player here. Oh, he turns around just at the wrong time and lets him go past. So he's got a player just on his right in the alley, and he's going to probably get taken out by him. There we go. Knight takes him down, but Knight is the last one left, and he's got 3 players to beat. moonunit takes him down, and now the scores are even. So Fets are coming back here, and it's all kANNE.
Fantastic work from kANNE. Multi-fragging, right?
So I'm just going to roll out with him again. He's doing his SMG B rush. So he's got a nade into probably into the mouth of the alley. Crosses by the yellow car, so the defending team could throw a nade at the yellow car to sort of stop him. And he's basically just, because there's no AK sitting on the B dumpster, he's got free roam just to run up the SMG side of the map and really put the pressure on. He's going to take out Zilla because there was no player sitting on the B dumpster, which is really important for defending the B side of the map on attack. So we just see moonunit on...
deviant red crate, very trapped.
Yeah, moonunit now just pushing down low B. Oh, he kills his teammate Dragon. Knight at the front of A, tagging the person in the bottom, and that person is now rotated to Tim. Deviant wastes all of his bullets though, coming around the back, and now the player will know where he is. So Dragon's got a chance. Oh, Dragon nearly gets taken out by back 8 from back 8. Knight takes him down. Knight's now going for the plant. It's all up to moonunit. He takes down the planter and he's brought them back in the round. It's now Deviant versus moonunit. The bomb is down on the bomb site. Deviant will probably know where moonunit
Deviant
is
hunt
too.
with this SMG.
Oh, he's made a noise. Yes, that's moonunit's now climbed up into
He
top
managed
8.
to swindle himself up there though.
So now Deviant, he made a noise on the ladder nose, so moonunit knows where he is and he's going to waste some time here. So now Deviant's probably going to either have to rush top A or he's going to have to go for a plant. Well, I think Deviant's going to be lucky here. moonunit not predicting what he's going to do. Deviant coming up the stairs and taking him down. I think moonunit was expecting a bit of a reel then. I think that was a bit noob. Like, of course he's going to come up the stairs.
Yeah, not patient enough.
Yeah, in that situation, you pretty much the player is always going to push you, and you've got plenty of time to sort of jump down on the bomb and kill the planter because it takes them 5 seconds to plant, plus like however many milliseconds it is to recover from planting the bomb down as well.
See OMEN tagging out MADCRAB hard in mid.
Knight getting a pick.
Knight onto beavz with the scope.
Was that from back A?
Yeah.
kANNE suicide rush into mid building, gets one but gets taken out by Knight from Elben. Knight sees his player jump up on the dumpster, misses the shot, misses the unscope. Oh my god, and OMEN takes down MADCRAB. So it's all up to Dragon and moonunit.
moonunit onto OMEN. Class onto Dragon in A, so they've secured A bomb.
Nice headshot there by moonunit, but Zilla, once again, just rotating around behind the enemy team, getting a couple of picks. Now Fets have jumped up a 2-point lead once again. Fets really need to get this round to stay in it.
Yeah, hopefully finish with an 8-7 hard.
They throw all the nades at the same time as well. Like all 5 nades were thrown within about 250 milliseconds of each other. So that really gives Carnage like free roam to just push in, and there's no real chance to get like a random late nade. Deviant just opening up side A now. He's going to walk in and probably get taken out by the player red container.
beavz a class as he tries to silent from the left.
Deviant, a bit lucky there. He just manages to get into A and not get killed by the person red container. He's now dropped down to basement. I'm not sure if the players in A will know where he is.
OMEN's in mid-man. You can see an enemy in the grass glitching through the bricks, but he actually doesn't notice.
Deviant's managed to push all his way up to the top A stairs. He's so lucky there as he takes down beavz. kANNE takes down Knight, and it's now a 2 versus 3. Carnage in control of the bomb site. Deviant taking a player under the bomb. He's going to go for the deagle frag, and Zilla picks him from, or picks a player low B. So it's now all up to the moonunit, who's sees a player running into the A bomb site, but he's getting anal from everywhere, and he gets taken down. So it's 9-6 at the half for Carnage. Pretty much all kANNE for the Fets guys. He's sitting on 21 for 12, moonunit doing 13, but all the other players on negative scores, and MADCRAB playing pretty terrible on 5 for 14.
Yeah, kANNE just really seems to be spreaking like he did against SQL, so very similar play. There's no one that can really stop him from doing that rush, and he's been doing it consistently.
Yeah, all he needs is just a couple of players to probably go with him and help him, like, protect him from rushing. So we get a couple of early nades over here. OMEN and moonunit getting consecutive frags. Did they end up nading each other? Oh no. OMEN naded out MADCRAB, but moonunit naded out OMEN. And Zilla is lagged out at B.
Fets have really team flashed themselves.
Deviant getting a frag in bottom A. And I think one of the Carnage guys is lagged out. So Zilla's lagging out of bottom 10. So that is good for Fets, but they're losing players rapidly here. There's only 2 of them left against 3 and 1 timed out. So they really have to try and get a pick here to keep themselves in the round. And the guy in L-band is going to be in trouble.
Oh,
beavz gets taken down by Knight's random nade, and it's all up to moonunit, who has to try
I just watched that. It was not even aimed.
Didn't he just throw that from like back A or something?
He was top ruins, and he just literally threw it. Like, it was a neogenic nade, where you just hope for the best.
Oh dear, gotta love those random nades. And, we have a player dropping out for Carnage, but because the 1 timeout has been used, play will continue. And they're going to be playing with a man down in this round, and it'll give Fets maybe a chance to get a round back, but Class ruining that chance with an early nade onto MADCRAB.
Some solid flashes from Carnage over to stop that L-band rush.
Dragon taking down OMEN in the rabbit hole, but he didn't actually push through, and he's got a player in mid-building now climbing up onto the roof.
Again, beavz with the scope really not doing much.
Class some terrible aim onto that sniper in the MG building. He really could have had that frag, but he threw it away.
I think beavz really needs to get a lot more aggro with his scope, because that round he just ran to MG building, and I mean, there's not really much you can do.
Deviant saw the sniper jumping up into the building and just threw it away, so he's probably... I don't know whether he would have had a chance to clutch that round, but he's not going to be able to do it now. Unless Fets do some really horrible stuff. There we go, moonunit takes him down. And I don't know if that Carnage guy is going to come back anytime soon, so they're going to be playing with a man down for a couple of times.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, actually, I think they may have been a bit slow to call a timeout.
I think it's 2 timeouts now.
Well, they've given Fets a free round by not calling the timeout in time, so Fets have managed to secure a round, but I think Carnage is still fairly safe in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, still 3-round buffers.
So it's Knights on 17 and 11, Deviant on 14 and 11, and I think not really too many of the other Carnage players are doing that much damage. They're just sort of playing fairly averagely, but it's Knight and Deviant doing all the work here. I think the guy that actually lagged out was probably... He was topping for them at the start, but he's now lost his score. So he was doing some good work on in the mid-building on attack and pushing low B. But OMEN and
I think
Class...
Zilla was even topping.
Yeah, he might have been actually topping. OMEN and Class, though, not really having too much impact on the game.
Yeah, Class since his timeout has come back to a 4 to 8. Really needs to get involved.
MADCRAB's still
OMEN
sitting on
as
the
well,
5
very
bomb too, so he really needs to find a way to get his drought of frags. Because I think he's been sitting on that score for quite a while, because he was on 5 frags at half time.
So we're going to call MADCRAB Samson from now on after his wonderful performance last night on Backdrop vs New Zealand. So MADCRAB will now be Samson.
And beavz on 8 for 11, not really having much impact with the sniper. I think he got 6 frags with the sniper, but his AKing skills are really subpar at the moment. Because he's only managed to pick up 2 frags so far, ever since he dropped the sniper.
It's going live again. Second time.
Just going to see what Knight does with the sniper here on defense. So whether it looks like he's going to go for a B side kind of thing. Fets have actually, Carnage have 3 players going B at the moment. They've got an SMG pushing up the B road. Knight's going to top ruins, and they've got a guy playing tin. Knight fails the trick jump. Deviant's doing an arrogant rush here. He jumps over the dumpster. There's no player from the enemy team watching it at all. They're all in L-bend and A, and this has given Carnage free reign to push up on the B side of the map. Deviant pushing into the mid building and taking down moonunit. Now 2 players going down for Carnage as well.
Kane's getting a plant down though.
He only fakes it though. beavz getting a lucky nade onto OMEN, and MADCRAB coming...
beavz asterisk nading OMEN.
Yeah. MADCRAB
planted.
Being very conservative there with the SMG, probably just protecting beavz's flank. And there is actually a player coming around behind him, so he hears the footsteps in mid-connector, and he... What is he doing? That is really tog. He's doing a war paint, proning next to the corner.
Yeah, this is very risky.
And he manages to pick up the frag though.
It has paid off though.
Sometimes the war pain will work. And that is a good round there by Fets. Even though Carnage are able to push up on the B side of the map, they really controlled that A bomb site.
Fets became really aware of the flank and anal, so some nice vertinating from beavz really won them that round.
kANNE getting a Carnage onto Zilla, who I assume was pushing up the B side of the map that round, and kANNE picking OMEN, who was trying to rush through the hole in the wall. So Carnage really throwing away a couple of early frags there, and really just letting Fets into the round. Like, you don't really need to die that early on this map. You really need to let the enemy team push you.
And we see Dragon take out Deviant there as well, who was trying to sit by the ladder in front A.
MADCRAB dropping the bomb in a terrible spot, but moonunit picking up the player who killed him. And now, once again, it's all Knight 1 versus 4. He really seems to be the player left alive, lasts quite a lot for these guys. And he's probably just going to try some hero unscopes to get a couple of frags and then get killed. There's not really much chance that he's got to 1v4 this one. He's getting pushed and kANNE takes him down, picking up his 25th frag for the game. And he's going for that solid 30.
It scores 10-9 to Carnage right now, so great comeback by Fets.
Yeah, Fets are actually doing really well. I actually think
half-time.
they might take this match. Like, they're sort of on the more positive streak at the moment. beavz picking up the sniper for this round, but I don't know why he didn't click sooner than he did on that jump shot there. MADCRAB and kANNE once again picking up 2 players within the first 20 seconds of the round. OMEN getting 1, but he's trapped in the garages at Elben. He jumps down behind the bricks, and any time now he'll probably get taken out. kANNE taking down Knight over the B side of the map. moonunit onto OMEN and MADCRAB onto deviant. Fets evening up the score, and kANNE on a rampage picking up 2 in that round. moonunit also with a solid 18.
Oh, MADCRAB's brought it back a little bit as well. He's sitting on 8 right. So it's
He's nearly catching beavz.
I'm seeing Dragon make it past the nade, so he should get a couple of frags.
Oh, it looked like a bit of print screen there from whoever crossed to back A. I think that would have been Class. It might have been a little bit of lag.
That was Dragon, yeah.
So Class is doing a Sensuki, proning at the bricks. He's got 4 players sitting around A. There's also a guy in mid, like sitting at the tractor. Kind of passive here for the Fets guys, because the bomb is in the Elben, and OMEN gets a double kill on them, flanking around behind them. That was very sloppy. Class pushing in behind, taking down Dragon, and Fets had a perfect round, but the bomb was in the wrong spot. OMEN getting a 3rd one. The last player left alive is kANNE. He takes down Class, and he's got 4 to beat. He's kind of stuck here at top A. What can he do with this SMG magic? But Zilla takes him down from mid, and that was just... So this is a problem with a lot of the CGO and
really
CGA teams, is they don't spread their players out enough. They really sort of overstacking the A bomb site then.
Neither team have anyone trying to stop a B push, and it's really showing. Like, I mean, kANNE's 27 frags pretty much from just doing that.
Yeah, you really need to have like your Kenji or your Tal sitting on that dumpster, stopping the defense team from pushing up.
Seeing a different rollout here from Fets. Dragon's pushed into rabbit hole. He hasn't actually done anything from there. He's sitting here just waiting. There's 2 of them there right now. Both of them trapped. MADCRAB with the bomb as well. Almost loses the bomb in rabbit hole, which would have been ridiculous.
Oh, look what Knight's doing. Ninja's kANNE in top B, and I think some smart play there by him. He's a guy coming down the stairs and manages to stop him from coming up. beavz takes down Class with the scope. OMEN onto Dragon, and the B push from Fets has been slowed down. They've got 2 players near their landslide stairs. This is hilarious.
This is a case of Josh and Mark playing for Western Australia holding hands right now from Fets.
Oh dear. So we have, I think Nightfall's pretty much got control of this at the moment, just sitting up there inside the stairs. moonunit taking down OMEN, deviant pushing up onto beavz, and MADCRAB with the bomb stuck at the MG stairs. Knight takes down moonunit, and MADCRAB is in some trouble here. He's going to have to try and ninja across to the A-bomb site. Knight tags him in the back. MADCRAB thinks he's going to try and deagle him. He's going to try and come around and go for the frag instead of probably trying to haul ass all the way over the A-bomb site. He tries to SMG on an impossible angle and gets taken down by Zilla, so that was a bit arrogant there by him. I think he kind of thought that the round was over anyway.
Yeah, give up gamer right there.
Yeah, a bit of Tal gaming right there as we see OMEN throw the standard grey Carnage and rush into the mid-connector. That's a dangerous angle there, just dodging the nade, and he's going to go for the rabbit hole rush once again. He gets taken down by MADCRAB this time. As Dragon pushes
MADCRAB
into
already
A.
making his way behind Tim.
Yeah, Fets have control of A, and this time they've got the bomb in there, so they really need to just get the plant down, because it's really hard to stop the plant if you jump over to the other side of the bomb. But for some reason, kANNE thinks that he has to try and pick the mid building.
This is another major problem with these lower tiered teams, that they just don't know when to plan.
So they're planning on the wrong side. Zilla's going to wallbang that planner in a second. Oh no, he doesn't go for it. beavz kills Class. Zilla kills the player at the side of A, and if he kills the planner, like, he could open up this round for a retake. So we have Knight coming around, recontainer. Zilla pushing into the bomb side. Deagle's one through the bomb and goes for the fake. Knight taking down kANNE, and Fets just wasting time, planning too late and letting the enemy team sneak up on him. It's all up to beavz. He deagles Knight and he's tags the guy on the bomb, jumps down, gets the deagle frag on Zilla. Nice play there by beavz, and he really saves the round for Fets, where his teammates were a bit unreliable.
I don't know how they didn't know it was top, because he was sprinting around as well and he threw a nade from up there, but I don't know, just bad game sense right there.
Yeah, Class really not doing the work for Carnage at the moment, sitting on 8 for 14. I don't really know who that is, and he not really holding a CGA standard at the moment. He's more still sort of in CGO mode. Dragon takes down a player in bottom A. Deviant sort of coming around trying to find him. Deviant suffering a bit of lag there. MADCRAB's picking up a couple more frags. He's now pulled his way back up onto 10. Deviant takes down Dragon. And Fets have like 4 players sitting around the mid area as MADCRAB takes down Deviant, who is also a bit arrogant, poking from front A. And now Fets have probably freedom to plant. Plant on the other side, MADCRAB. Oh no. See ya.
Yeah, there goes MADCRAB. Planning on the wallbang side is never a good idea.
And there we go. They lost the round because they don't know where to plant. So hopefully Fets will watch this shoutcast and they'll learn that they have to plant on the other side when they're going for the plant. So it's 11-13 at the moment. Carnage still holding a 2-round lead, but Fets aren't out of it yet.
I'm going to go with OMEN this round, since he's rushing up that B side that's usually exposed from Fets.
Yeah, beavz getting a nice kill on Deviant at the back there. Dragon taking down Class, and Fets have opened up the round once again. What can OMEN do from this B side of the map? Once again, there's no player from Fets defending the B side, so OMEN's going to come in and probably pick up a double kill here. He's made a bit of noise, so they're probably going to be aware of where he is. There we go, he gets tagged through the wall. And beavz takes down Knight, so OMEN doesn't manage to convert at that time, and Fets have a perfect round, getting the plant down today, and it's now, you're only 1 round behind, and I think that Fets is still looking fairly confident. kANNE on 29, moonunit on 21, and beavz has pulled it really.
Yeah, they definitely bring it back.
beavz really pulling his weight as well. He's moved up from 8-11 to 17 to 14. Dragon getting tagged hard at the bricks. He's got a player sort of probably pushing into the wooden area. Might end up getting on the ladder even. beavz, nice frag there on Knight. Taking down that player, and Zilla's sort of in a bit of trouble there. He gets taken down by kANNE from behind. Glass double kill from top A. He's going to get a triple and he falls out of the building. And it's now 2 versus 2. Deviant and OMEN against kANNE and beavz.
Got beavz sitting deep elbow.
And
kANNE sitting red crate mid.
Yeah, kANNE's just heard the player moving into that alley there. He's probably going to see him. Doesn't quite manage to convert the frag and lets the player get around and protect the bomb. I think OMEN just takes down kANNE from behind in mid-building. So he's just ninjaing around, managing to pick up a few more frags now, but not quite positive. And OMEN finishing off the round for Carnage, picking up beavz at the MJ, just in front of the mid-building. 14-12 to Carnage.
kANNE hit his 30 run.
So MADCRAB really needs to sort of pick up a couple of frags here. Most of the other players aren't playing too bad. I'd say probably a bit undisciplined though. They've got a lot of deaths between them. As MADCRAB picks up an early one, and Class nearly gets taken out through the wall there. As kANNE picking up a frag on OMEN. And kANNE, once again, 32 frags. He's really dominating this B side of the map with the SMG. And he's now ninjaing through 10. And I think Fets are going to take out this round because, Deviant picking up MADCRAB. And kANNE, once again, taking down Knight, really just dominating this map with the SMG. 33 for 19. Not too bad, son. Not too bad. moonunit taking down deviant at the bricks, and Fets still only 1 round away from victory, or 1 round away from evening the scores. We're going right into the early hours of the game here. There's not much time left, or not many rounds left to go, and it could be anyone's game still once again.
You're seeing Omen with the aggressive B push again this round. Pushing towards rabbit hole.
Oh, lucky nade there from Class. That's crucial at this stage of the game. But kANNE, once again, taking down deviant. And he's gone for an A rush this round. Jumps into back A. And if he can manage to get up another pick with the SMG, he really could open up the round back up for his team. beavz, nice work again on Knight. Knight consistently going to the same spot. And beavz's been dominating him on this attack. You'd probably expect a bit more
kANNE in
from
a really
Knight
good spot right now to stop steal.
So
if he turns right though, I don't know why he's watching me.
It's nice work there from Fets getting down the round, but kANNE's in a kind of a dangerous spot. He really sort of needs to open sight. There we go. He gets taken down by Class. It's all up to Dragon. He's got a 1 versus 2. He's got a player coming down from front A and a player coming from the side. He does a push it into the side A, but gets taken down by Zilla, and that's 15 for Carnage. And I think that was really thrown away by their positioning in that plant. They really all had terrible
kANNE
spots.
really needed to roam with SMG.
They really needed someone top A as well. They didn't have anyone top A.
Yeah, some pretty average positioning right. And it shows because they just got retook so easy.
And they really need to work on that if they want to have any chance of playing well in the CG League. So nice nade from MADCRAB there over the B side of the map. And I think we're going to see a B rush here from Fets as deviant, OMEN and Class have some work to do here. There's one player on the A bomb. That is Class Dragon gets taken out by Class. MADCRAB with the 3rd kill for the round takes a player out through the wall. He's going for the team down as OMEN takes down beavz.
Explosives planted.
Fets have put the bomb down at B right.
Yeah, moonunit's managed to take down
Class in
OMEN.
the 1v.
OMEN sort of tried to risk it and stop the plant, and he got taken out. MADCRAB picking up 4 kills in that round, and he's now brought himself up to a more respectable score.
15-14 Carnage way, so this round's crucial for both teams.
Now, you really want a nade kill in this round. You really want one. There we go. Class gets a nade kill with the Dragon. OMEN on kANNE, and it looks like Carnage are going to be taking this 16-14 unless Fets can pull some bullshit out of their ass and 3v5 this 5v3 situation. But look at the positioning here. They've got 2 players in mid-building. Knight takes down MADCRAB through the wall. Deviant on a moonunit, and the last player left alive is beavz in the L-bend. He's been abandoned by his teammates, and he gets taken down by deviant. 16-14 to Carnage. The final scores 34 for kANNE, 21 and 22 for Knight, also 21 for deviant. Really unlucky, but I think Fets had a really good... they played a really good match, but their inexperience just sort of... was the do-over for them there in the end, and like they really need to just sort of sit back more at the start in that round to have any chance of winning, because I think they got a bit ambitious and tried to rush through, which is what a lot of noob teams will do in the last round, like try and take the risk. You really have to sort of play it safe.
Yeah, without those nade kills right there, probably would have seen a draw, probably OT. Bit disappointing from Fets, but still a pretty solid comeback because they started the game pretty average.
They did indeed, and that about wraps it up for Carnage versus Fets, CGA 2011, and we'll be back with Valkyrie versus Rift in about 5 minutes.